I smell good, yeah I do. I smell good and I want you to smell good too. So, niche designer Middle Eastern perfumes, here's my review.
Hola friends, mi gente, ¿cómo están? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you are having a wonderful evening. Friends, let's hang out for a bit. My name is May. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome back to the friends that have hung out before. It's always so nice to see you. Friends, we got some new perfumes, and today I thought I would talk about one of Lattafa's newest releases, which is Petra. And I'm going to be honest with you, I was this close to not picking up this fragrance because I heard a lot of folks kind of not vibing with it. So I heard folks saying maybe it'll be better in the fall, or maybe it just needs more time. You know, some like a lot of the usual stuff that we hear with Middle Eastern perfumes. I had heard folks say that it was way too tuberose, and that also gave me a bit of qualms because I am not a big tuberose person. Tuberose? I can never remember how you're supposed to say that. Anyway, tuberose is one of the notes that kept me away from perfumes for a very long time. I wish I knew what tuberose perfume it was that scarred me so deeply that I created this in my mind, this aversion towards white florals, which I'm starting to slowly outgrow. But anyway, I picked up Petra because I said to myself, there's really no way to know if it's for you or if you like it unless you get your nose on it, you know? Because I saw some reviews on Instagram, I watched one or two here on the YouTubes, and I still couldn't get a pulse for the fragrance. So I said, well, you know what? That means you're just gonna have to buy it for yourself. And you're gonna have to figure out what you think about it. It took a while to get to me, which was surprising. I ordered it from Intense Oud. I have ordered from them before. They have very nice customer service and really nice service in general. I'm thinking that possibly Lattafa was just taking some time getting their inventory out, because even on their website, it was saying that it was going to take a little bit for the perfume to arrive. But it finally arrived. And one of the things, I'm reaching for it. One of the things that everybody loves so much about this perfume is its presentation. Here's what the bottle looks like, or the container for it looks like. A lot of folks said that this reminded them of like Mediterranean type of feel. To me, it reminds me of fine china, like, you know, those old designs, blue and white china print. That's what it reminds me of, fine china. It's very pretty. This is actually not cardboard on the outside. This is like a thin plastic. And then when you look on the inside, that is cardboard that's lining the plastic, which is a little different. I don't believe I've ever seen that from Lattafa before. This is a plastic base. My particular fragrance was made in May of this year. And yeah, so this is what the actual container looks like. And we have the Lattafa symbol here, the hologram, and now it also has a QR code. I've noticed a lot of the brands are starting to do that as well. On the top, it says Lattafa. And then let me show you the perfume. Okay, friends, so here is the actual bottle for Petra. I have worn this for a few days, and I also have worn it to bed. Here's what it looks like. I really like the cap. The cap is so cute. It's weighty. It feels ceramic. It looks ceramic and it feels ceramic. Really pretty. Such gorgeous presentation on this perfume. And here's the bottle. And what I love is that on the inside of the bottle, this design, you could see it on the inside, and it's raised almost like a little arch. Really pretty. I love this whole shape when bottles are shaped like this. I think the Desert Love that I reviewed had this same type of little round, kind of like a cloche. That same type of feel to it. I absolutely love this. Let me tell you that I'm going to tell you off the bat, I like this perfume. I like this perfume, and I'm very happy that I'm one of the folks that seems to enjoy it. I think it's actually really, really pretty. It's very lovely. It's long wearing. It hangs around for a very long time. It projects beautifully. It dries down into this really gorgeous, creamy, not overly powerful tuberose, but we're going to get there. So friends, this is Petra. Let's go ahead and spray it. We're going to get some atomizer action. Let's see. Ooh, very wide. Do you see how wide that is? It's everywhere. Okay. And I'll also go ahead and put some on the back of my wrist. So as soon as I spray this, what I smell more than the tuberose is that plum. And I did see someone mention that they felt there was a little bit of a similarity with Teriyaki Intense. I don't necessarily get that they are super similar fragrances, but that plum in there is quite evident. Before I continue, let me get you the notes for Petra. Okay, friends, so Lattafa's Petra Perfume opens with rum and with plum. In the middle, we have coconut and tuberose, and then at the base, we have vanilla, musk, and praline. So when I first spray it, I get that plum and I get this booziness that to me is just absolutely gorgeous. It is so, so pretty. I think that this is one of those fragrances where just about all of the notes are evident to my nose, and they are flowing together in such a gorgeous manner. So folks are saying that there's too much tuberose, right? Like some people are picking up a lot on this tuberose. I'm not going to say that the tuberose isn't front and center. It is, but it has this creaminess, and it's also, it appears to be toned or tamped down as well by the creaminess of the coconut. So you have this gorgeous, creamy, velvety, soft, white floral flowing into this gorgeous, creamy, white, almost whipped type of coconut. I think it's very, very beautiful. That coconut and its creaminess helps in a way to dilute the tuberose to my nose. That's the way I'm perceiving this. Plum is not a note I am super, super familiar with, though I'm starting to notice, that it's a little more present in some of the perfumes that I've considered picking up, like Teriyaki Intense. I think there's one more I picked up recently that has a plum note. And I think it's nice. It's very pretty. I used to eat a lot of plums when I was a kid. I haven't had one and I couldn't even tell you how long. But I do believe I pick up on the plum here and on a booziness. Now, would I say that it smells exactly like if you poured yourself a glass of rum? No, but there's this boozy, almost effervescent type of quality here to this perfume. I'm not going to say it's light and bubbly, but it has this boozy type of effervescent nature to it that I'm perceiving. Then they also said praline, ¿verdad? We have praline and we have musk and vanilla. Let me tell you, I'm not really picking up on any musk, and I do get this very lovely, warm, rich type of sweetness from the vanilla and the praline. Am I picking up anything like nutty or brown sugary or anything like that? Not really. Man, this is pretty. This is so pretty. And I think it's funny because there are people that are saying that this is probably going to be better in the fall or winter. I don't find it to be a particularly heavy or dense perfume. I think it's very nicely balanced, and that coconut is prevalent enough to my nose that I would wear it now. I think that this perfume would work perfectly well for the weather that we've been having. But the tuberose is so pretty. You know what else is here that I'm picking up is a honeyed quality. Am I going to say that I really pick up a honey note? Possibly, but it almost feels like when you add honey to something, right? Like maybe when you add honey to a liquor, right? To a rum, if you were going to mix or sweeten with honey instead of agave or a simple syrup. It has this beautiful honey tone to me. I think this is very, very pretty. I'm very surprised at how, I don't want to say divisive, but it pretty much has folks split from what I've seen, right? If you have this one, I would love to know what you think about it. If you are pulling more tuberose, coconut, plum, and rum. So I am picking up a lot of the top and the middle notes, right? And then at the bottom where we have the praline, the musk, and the vanilla, I'm getting a sweet nature, which I associate with praline and vanilla. I don't really pick up anything that reminds me of a musk. I don't have anything hitting my nose that's powdery, or anything presenting itself as anamilic, or anything presenting itself as a skin-like scent profile. So I'm not really picking up on any musk. But I also find it interesting that the two top notes of plum and rum, I think they hang around for a really good amount of time. In this fragrance, they seem to hang around for quite a while. And then it just comes down to this super pretty tuberose, coconut, and vanilla, which is why to me this is okay for spring, particularly spring. I don't know that I would wear it or that I would gravitate towards it in high heat of summer, but the weather we're having now in spring, I think it's perfect. This is very pretty. It's sweet, but it's not overly sweet. It's boozy, and I think that keeps it interesting. I like that it almost becomes like a plum liqueur, right? Even though they're mentioning both of those notes separately. They don't say that this is a plum liquor. It's just plum and rum, right? But they are all blending so beautifully. I am really glad that I gave this fragrance an opportunity, and that I didn't just go by, you know, the things that I had heard thus far, because it is really my cup of tea. I do find a similarity to Teriyaki Intense. So if you like Teriyaki Intense, I think you would like this fragrance. If I remember correctly, Teriyaki Intense had some type of citruses, I believe, which makes it slightly different. Don't quote me on that, but I think that's what I recall. But there is a similarity here. I find this very pretty. I think it's different from the other Lattafas and the other Middle Eastern fragrances that I have. I don't believe it's inspired by anything. It's just really pretty. And it is, I love a boozy scent. I love you know, when you have rums and whiskeys, and to me, there isn't really the smokiness sometimes that I associate with boozy, but it is still a really gorgeous boozy quality and nature. I don't think this fragrance is overly dense, but it is not light and airy. It's not, even though the booze has kind of like a fizzy quality to me, it is not light and airy. I think a little goes a long way. This hung around, I'd have to say 8+ hours on my skin, on my clothes. Forget about it. I stopped even clocking it. It just didn't go away. Wears beautifully to bed. I think it's lovely. Now, do I think it's everybody's cup of tea? Likely not. I mean, just the reviews alone are saying that, right? But I don't think the tuberose is over the top. And I don't say that lightly, because I do not like tuberose. I don't like when a tuberose is just super heavy and in your face. And I think it's one of those florals that can be headache inducing. It very easily can push the envelope way too far and kind of make you a little like green at the gills. I don't feel that that's happening here. Man, I like this so much. I think what I like about it too is that I'm picking up on that coconut, and it is so creamy and velvety and soft right along with the tuberose. What a gorgeous, gorgeous combination. I think all of these notes are flowing together in such a pretty manner. And I don't feel that it's just a linear perfume. You can feel the journey. You can feel the notes shifting, though I am mostly picking up tuberose, coconut, boozy rum, and the plum. Mi gente, I like this a lot. I like it. I think it's one that I'm going to be reaching for often. It's super easy to wear. I don't have to think about it really. But if you are able to get your nose on it first, you know, it's not overly expensive. I think this one is retailing for maybe like $40, $35 to $40. So it's not one of Lattafa's more expensive ones like this guy over here. What did I drop on my phone? Like Serre. Serre was expensive when it first dropped, and I bought it as soon as it released, and I want to say it was like $70, $75, you know. Same thing with the ones with the little peacock. I think that was like 55 or 60. So this is on Lattafa's, you know, on the other end where it's not overly expensive. It's not over $50. So, friends, that's what I think about Petra's, Lattafa's Petra. I quite enjoy it. I think it's nice. I'm glad to have added it to the collection. Absolutely stunning presentation. Forget about it. This is so gorgeous. This fine china blue and white print. It also reminds me of, oh, what's that stuff called? Something bone, some type of bone china, right? Is that what it's called? Anyway, I just think it's gorgeous. I think it's stunning. The presentation, the profile, the blend. Oh, it's so pretty. I swear I pick up on like a honey note. It's so gorgeous. This is lovely. Anyway, mi gente, that is Lattafa's Petra. What have you heard about it? And are you thinking of picking it up? Would you give it a chance? Do you like Tuberose, or is it one of those notes that also makes you feel like, I'm not sure I really want to go there? You know, it's one that it can be a little tricky, just like Rose. Rose is another one that can send you over the cliff, you know? So yeah, I really like it. And I like it how it is right now, right? Is it going to continue to mature? Is it going to change a bit? It might, but I think it's ready to use right out of the bottle, which is always nice, right? So I'm quite enjoying it. I like it. I would give this, I'd say an 8 out of 10. I'd give this an 8 out of 10. Mi gente, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for checking out my channel and listening to my rambles. It's always so nice to see you, and I hope to see you again soon. Se me cuidan. Take care of yourselves. Hablamos luego. We'll chat soon. Ciao.
I smell good. Yeah, I do. I smell good, and I want you to smell good too. So, each designer Middle Eastern perfumes. Here's my review.